There's one thing you can do right now to improve your patient experience. Stay tuned and find out what it is. What's the one thing? I'm going to go through it. It seems quite obvious to everybody here when I'm done with it, but I could tell you from owning my own practice and delivering workshops to thousands of dentists that this one thing gets overlooked. And that patient experience includes the physical appearance of the practice. What I tend to find over time is that little things add up and we don't notice it from the patient point of view and it's become invisible to you. So this one tip is super simple. It's really easy to do. It seems quite obvious, but believe it or not, you're going to find a lot of things that need to be touched up, cleaned up, or put away. So I call this walking the patient experience. What you should do is on a day off, don't do it during the workday. On a day off, I would like you to go to your practice. And wherever the patient would get out of their car and they would start the patient experience, you should pull out your phone and start recording that. Any phone will do. These days, your smartphones are equipped with camera capabilities that have surpassed what was going on 10 years ago. Walk the patient experience and video everything. I want you to look around the parking lot. Is it dirty? Open the door. Does it squeak? If you're at a major commercial building, is there someone that sits there? What does it look like? Get on the elevator. If there's multiple elevators, you must get on both. Push all the buttons. Do the lights come on? Look up, look around in the elevator, get off on the floor. Is there signage to point me in a direction, left or right? Go into the bathroom if there's a public bathroom. Now, if there's people in there, don't be recording, but go in there and see what it looks like. This is what the patient is going to see, everybody. And this is before they get to your practice. A lot of the things that you might start to notice could turn a patient off. Once we get to the practice, look at it from the outside. Are there scuff marks on the doors? Does the handle kind of jiggle? All of these things patients register. When you open the door and you go inside, you must walk in like a patient would walk in. You cannot blitz through the office. You must take your time. Go to the front desk, stand there, just like a patient would stand there. Video everything. Where does a patient sign their paperwork? Where do they fill out their paperwork? Is it at a side desk? Is it on the sofa? Is it on the chair? You need to sit everywhere. And I don't mean quickly and glibly sit down. I mean sit down and look around. When patients run out of Wi-Fi and things that they could look at or magazines that they're not reading, they will stare at things. If you ever watched a patient in your waiting room, it's a lot of fun. They'll just sit there for a while and then they'll look, and they'll look, and they'll look up. And if they spot one ceiling tile that's turned the wrong way or is slightly off color, they will be on the hunt for everything else that is wrong with your practice. The floorboards that are scuffed, the leg of the chair that you don't see because you're in your office, it looks like a dog's been chewing on it and needs to be replaced. You are then to get up and go to where you would take x-rays. Is it at a pano machine? Is it in an op? If you have 4 ops, you must sit down in every op. You must go to the pano. You must stand in there as if you were a patient because a lot of times they're facing a different way. You have to look at the walls they're going to look at, the ceilings they're going to look at. Lay down in every op chair and look up. Those beautiful lights that they sold you, those beautiful concave lights, they collect dust. And if enough dust clumps together, it looks like dead bugs. All of this has to be cleaned. And the 12 o'clock cabinet behind you, because you're right-handed, you don't see the left-handed molded tile up here. Patients laying down see everything, guys. You must go to every op and lay down, record. You're done, get up, go out. Where's checkout? And leave. Good. We saved the video. Perfect. We don't review it for a week. In a week, I'd like you to load up the video and area by area, you make suggestions. The parking lot's dirty, call the landlord. The door squeaks, call the landlord. The lights on the elevator don't work, call the landlord. Oh, you're the landlord. Great, you've got some work to do. Easy stuff, easy fixes. But you're gonna notice a lot of things that can be dirty that you don't notice anymore because you're walking through. But patients, they see everything. My biggest pet peeve was that I would find pen marks in areas that defy the laws of physics. I have no idea how they got there. And you're going to find the same thing. You are certainly going to be surprised at how much these little things add up to big things. And why I'm giving you this tip is because we are in the customer service industry. Part of the patient experience is wowing them. And we can wow them with the aesthetic of the office. I think all of us have probably walked into a restaurant and it's looked dirty and cluttered and decided we don't want to go here. It's no different for your patients. If they walk into your practice and it looks dirty, it looks cluttered, they might think twice about coming back. So look, I'm not suggesting that you do a $90,000 upgrade and renovation. A lot of these things can be fixed for under $1,000. Some ceiling tiles, some furniture from Wayfair. And these little things add up. The clutter, the messes. Look where I'm sitting now. It's all clean. There's nothing in my way. If you were to walk in, this is what you would see. It's a nice, clean background. Versus this. Now, this may seem exaggerated, but if you've had a box on your desk for 6 months, it's become invisible to you. But the patient is walking in for the first time today, and it's completely visible to them. So as you can see, clutter makes a big difference. Cleaning up the space, it's huge. So that's the tip. Customer service is super important. We're in the customer service business, and to that end, I've put a link in the description for our ebook for customer service. There's many more tips that you can implement that are super easy, don't cost you anything. If you like this tip, hit subscribe. There's many more tips in the future. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.